Hey guys, it's Nathan. Welcome back to day 169 of 1 Year with Me. Just finished playing the first run-through of Star Wars Battlefront. Came out today. I must say, it's not what I expected, in some good ways, some bad ways. So I'm going to take today to give my initial first impressions of the game, because I didn't get to play the beta. I was gone that weekend. So this is my first time ever playing the game. I had only ever seen the one gameplay trailer, so I wasn't really sure what I was getting into. But I have to say, the multiplayer, and it might just be because I'm used to Destiny multiplayer, it seems really just kind of floaty was the word that I was using, where all of the guns just feel the same. Oh, as I drop the case. All of the guns kind of feel the same, and they all just kind of do the same, float, oh, I do a lot of damage, I can kill you in 3 shots kind of feel. And it might be partially due to the controller vibration or just how quick it was, but none of the shots, especially with the lightsabers, feel like they connect. You know what I mean? In the old games, if you were gonna hit with a lightsaber, even just swinging it, you get a little bit of force feedback in the controller. But in this one, you would swing and you could just slice somebody down. I remember there's a battle I was playing with Darth Vader, I'll get to that later. But in this game, you can't feel that. It doesn't give you any feedback. You just slice through and then you move on. It kind of kills it a little bit. That's just me, personal preference though. Other people probably doesn't bug. But yeah, the multiplayer seemed really, really floaty. I don't totally like how the vehicles handle. I was flying a snowspeeder at one point in Walker Assault, and it all controls with one joystick, so it's really weird to try to, I don't know, because the one is for speeding up and the other one is for controlling it, and then your directional pad is maneuvers, so it's kind of weird getting used to the one control thing, tilting sideways and stuff. It's really odd. I feel like I'll get used to that over time though. The heroes are awesome this time. I wish there were more though, because there's only 6. There's 3 Imperials and there's 3 Rebels. It's Vader, the Emperor, Boba Fett, and then it's Luke, Han, and Leia. So it's a decent spread, and Vader's so much fun. And actually, at the start of the game, when the game is installing, it puts you through a mission where you're Vader, and you just have to go around and kill rebels in waves until the game installs. It's really funny. It gets old kind of quick though, but it's I remember there was a battle where. Because the way it works is you, instead of earning points, you can find pickups around the map, and one of the pickups you can get can either be a ship, a weapon, or a hero. And if you get to be a hero, then you spawn in as Darth Vader or whoever, you pick which one, and then you just roll around doing whatever. So I picked up Darth Vader, and then immediately after I spawn, I turn around and I see the other guy who's Luke Skywalker, and I just ran up to him and started slicing him, and then he starts running away. I threw my lightsaber, and it just completely wrecked him, and he died instantly. I didn't take any single damage the whole time. It was yes! When you get a kill as the hero like that, it's very, very satisfying, but it's a little weird getting used to third person again. You can set it to first person, which is what I ended up doing, but I played Battlefront 2 for hours and hours on end. I still have the case over here. I even have, actually, this is the other one too, because I have Battlefront down there, but I also have Battlefront Rogue Squadron for PSP. Nobody remembers that game. It was a good game, but I grew up on third person view, and it's just weird to go back to it, I guess. I'm so used to Destiny, so first person view worked out fine. The next thing I got to do with Trevor, which was so good, is a game mode called Survival, which is kind of like Horde in Gears of War, according to Trevor, where basically it's wave based. So it's a little bit like Prison of Elders in Destiny 2, where you spawn in and there's 15 waves of enemies, and every so many waves, it'll spawn a bigger enemy, so an ATST, and you have to take it out. And you get different classes. You can use any of the different guns. I was using a really good pistol, which was awesome. It had kind of a scope, so it was a bit more long range. And then I also used the EE3, which is Boba Fett's rifle, and it works like a pulse rifle does. So it fires 3 shots in one burst, and then you do it again and again. So I was used to that from Destiny, so that was really helpful actually. And the different classes had ion torpedoes, which could automatically blow up vehicles, or you would have a barrage, which would take out troopers really easy. And it was really good. Like, compared to the multiplayer, it was leaps and bounds ahead of where it should be. Like, it was nuts, and like, it was so good. And the thing that I like is it actually does vary in difficulty. Like, you think that just, oh, harder difficulty means more enemies. No. Like, harder difficulty meant we not only had more enemies, but they were harder to kill. There were more of the advanced enemies that had like abilities, and then there were multiple, like 2 to 3 ATSTs every 3 waves instead of every 5. So like, it really ramped up. And the thing that sucked was we were trying to go for an achievement where you can't die, and we lasted until the 15th round, the final round, and then we died in the 15th round, and it sucked. But God, the game was so good. Like, me and Trevor never really had like a game to run around in and have fun in by ourselves. This was so good. Like, I cannot wait to finish playing. We already had 3 of the 5 stars for Tatooine. One of the stars was for not dying, and the other one's for expert or master mode, which we haven't done yet. In terms of looks, the game is gorgeous. Oh my God, this is one of the most gorgeous games I've ever seen. Like, graphics are all real, details are fantastic, the amount of customization is decent, but just the scenery and everything, and especially the sound design. Like, DICE has their sound design on point for this. It's nuts. It's so good. Like, it's really an experience to play. The only thing I'm worried about is that this game seems like it's going to get old very quick. For some reason, like, it just seems like there's not enough to do, and that might fix itself when the season pass starts releasing stuff. But yeah, it just seems like we're gonna keep playing, and once we're done with survival, there's not gonna be anything to like keep us playing unless we replay survival and like try to beat our times, which is an option, but it's like, it's still just kind of, you know, there should be more in the game. Like, we shouldn't have to pay another $50 to get a season pass when all that stuff could have probably been in the game, and it would have been awesome. Like, but I think overall the game is okay. I'd probably, right now, I'd probably give it like a solid 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8 if I was going really generous here, because of the single player. It's co-op, but it's about as close to single player, like offline mode, as you get. But yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. Like, if anything else, it's just like the old Battlefront is. This one is just some stupid fun. So if you want to, you know, go shoot some stormtroopers with your buddies like the old Battlefront, go right ahead. It's totally worth it. So if you guys want to pick it up, go ahead. I think it's definitely worth it right now. I might wait a little bit just to like see if anything else comes out to improve it. But right now it's fun. I like it a lot. So we're going to keep working on it. There are reviews due next Monday. We have an official review for the paper that we're doing. So anyway, since this is going to be pretty much like one of the longest videos I've had in a while, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off so I can get to work on my homework here. So thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to follow the journey, and check me out on Facebook if you want to keep up. And like always, I will see you guys tomorrow.